Kachara, Graracha, Ganoiso, Tano Kano, Terando Noshwi Wanahoto, Rakichi Sa, Donasinto Norokipa Shakani, Rakichi Sa, Donasinto Norokipa Shakani, Dakosha, Nichotoro, Ponta Chakorzo Wamar, Gotashjuna Rananashani, Visitisa Cholo, Jumkarantaka, Chono Bograwe, Tatiya Bahasan Shan, Honka Kirikun.
A lot of credits to be made around here lately, if you have the right skills.
Have any work that needs to be done?
Beasts are acting up again.
Some of those alien thugs had a go at you, right? I don't want to cross you. Go back to your ship off-worlder. We don't need your kind in Iziz.
There's something I can help you with?
You a writer? Last thing we need is more competition.
This is our part of the merchant quarter. Watch your step. Pickings are scarce these days. Most people avoid the streets now. Heard of any good finds?
This is Dagon Gent's place. He's not the best doctor you'll ever meet, but he's well connected in this city. Doesn't look like he's here right now, though.
You looking for Dagon? You're not gonna find him here. A soldier captain was murdered at the cantina real good. They got some suspects at the tower. From what I hear, Dagon Gent is one of them.
He's certainly capable of it, and probably stupid enough to get caught. But we need him, suspicion of murder or not.
It's the turret tower on the other side of the market. Captain Riken is the man to talk to. If you talk to him, tell him I got his 20 credits.
It's not much, but enough to live on.
Hard to keep the beasts in line nowadays.
Sorry, I can't talk.
Wisommogo dosi sheba dente skul mostovi gite yavach, piktareshan, bram tabanin sochu. Da come jusmak miki baranye doso so rika chondin, wana magrable mogo. Yatuka wan rika chotin wani maurata wakata chiluma lithpa.
The bounty on this Jedi has been rescinded by the order of KotOR. If you attempt to carry out this bounty, then the next bounty shall be placed on your head.
Bram tabanin sochu. Da come jusmak miki baranye doso so rika chondin, wana magrable mogo. Yatuka wan rika chotin wani maurata wakata chiluma lithpa.
General, we have found them again.
Have we, Tobin? Or is this a preface to another of your failures? Consider the whole field, Tobin. Why would a Jedi risk all of this just to come to Iziz?
The crew of the Ebon Hawk is elusive, General. We were warned about that, but we still underestimated them. But the fools are here, in Iziz. The intel on this is certain. I'm ordering men loyal to us to take care of them now.
I think I have an idea. Hold that order. Have her watched instead. The Jedi may prove a solution to another one of our persistent problems.
I won't remain silent any longer. The Republic has actively attacked us. They attack our spaceships unprovoked. What next? An invasion? Perhaps they seek to conquer us. Will you stand idly by? Will you let them bomb our city? No! If Queen Talia is so removed that she won't do what the people so clearly want, then we must show her. With force!
That's it, Ponlar. We're taking you in. You've gone too far.
Brothers and sisters, let us rise up now and march to the palace. Our will cannot be denied.
That's right! Death to the Queen! Death to the rise! Grab arms! We will march!
Contributing to urban destabilization is a dangerous endeavor. Your hypothesis may be correct. A momentary fluctuation for a greater goal is acceptable.
The Off-Worlder joins us! Let's fight these rats! The Royals must die!
I heard a lot of bodies were found over in the Western Square. The gangs must be at war now.
I heard a whole bunch of bounty hunters got killed in the Western Square. Maybe the Beast Rider gangs finally did something useful.
I can't believe the Republic assaulted our space forces. Forget about secession, we should declare war.
The rumor I've heard is that you don't fully agree with our Queen and her supporters. If you aren't adverse to Queen Talia stepping down, we could use your help. It would be quite worth your while. I am a strong supporter of General Vaclu. The merchant quarter is an important area, not only financially but strategically as well. It is one of the few districts that is directly connected to the royal palace. The Queen and her advisors are well aware of this and have ensured that the captains here are extremely loyal to her. This presents complications for Vaclu. If you could arrange for them to be removed from their command, you will be richly compensated. You can't attack them directly. The entire city would be after you if you assaulted their checkpoints. You may have to be subtle and patient. They don't have to be killed, just removed from command. There's Galisi at the starport. Riken commands from the turret tower, and Bastuco guards the entrance to the sky ramp. All loyal, and all need to be reassigned. He's the most junior of the captains. His superior, Captain Sulio, met with an accident. I believe you're familiar with that. Besides his strong loyalty to the Queen, I know next to nothing about him. He sometimes frequents the local cantina when he isn't at his post. He's been responsible for the merchant quarter for years. He's been chastised repetitively for his criticism of General Vaclu. His years of service won't protect him if he continues to subvert the chain of command. He has received several warnings. With a nudge, he just may get a dishonorable discharge. A true veteran, years of honorable service, completely dedicated to the Queen. Sadly, I think he's more on our side than the Queen's. But he's an old soldier that can't adapt to today's complex situation. Regardless of what the best interests of Onderon are, he won't swerve from executing the Queen's misguided decrees. Persuasion may be ineffective. Take this military security card. It can be used to slice into security terminals. Perhaps you'll find solutions there. About what? For each task you complete, I am prepared to pay you 2,500 credits. Plus you will earn the favor of some powerful people. We could make your job much easier here.
We should try to get General Vaclu to be on our side. He has a shrewd mind and is far more fit for command. Queen Talia is young and too idealistic. A veteran leader is what this planet needs, and would make a better ally. Vaclu is no fool. Even if we've had disagreements in the past, he'll recognize how advantageous an alliance could be between us.
Trouble seems to follow you, off-worlder.
The sky ramp is restricted to military personnel only. Move along.
This terminal isn't for off-worlders, or civilians for that matter. I suggest you back away.
What's wrong?
Status active. Stealth field active.
Didn't I make myself clear? Leave the terminal alone.
The sky ramp is restricted to military personnel only. Stay clear of here, off-worlder. The sky ramp leads to the battlements, and this particular ramp leads straight to the palace itself. No civilians are allowed past this point. I will let you... No, you're not permitted past this point. I suggest you move along, off-worlder, before you test my patience any further. I'm the one in charge here, off-worlder. If you try to get past me, then you'll have the entire Iziz garrison on you in seconds. There's no chance of that, off-worlder. The palace is locked down tight, and only authorized personnel are allowed in. I am Captain Bastuco. I have served loyally in the Onderon military for 20 years.
20 years would mean you were here during the Mandalorian Wars, right?
I was a soldier when the Mandalorians took our world, and I fought in the Resistance. When we drove them from Onderon, I served on the Wall for 10 years after.
You mean after the Jedi drove the Mandalorians from Onderon? The Mandalorians never gave ground to any Onderon soldier.
Such of you could be considered treason. Onderon was responsible for much of the fighting during the last days of the war. Without General Vaclu, the Republic would have fallen. General Vaclu is my superior officer, and I respect the chain of command. He kept the Resistance alive when the Mandalorians were destroying our world. The Wall is the barrier between Iziz and the Onderon wilderness. For hundreds of years, we kept the city free of beasts and beast rider scum. The greatest honor for an officer is to serve on the Wall. Many aspire to the post, but few are worthy of it. I was requested to guard the sky ramp in the merchant quarter. My personal feelings on the matter are irrelevant. I received an order, and I carried it out. You're right. I have many good years of service left in me. Yet I feel like I'm being set aside. They said they needed their best men here, but Skyramp duty has always been relegated to fresh officers. I can't imagine it would come to a civil war, but you might be right. Maybe the reassignment was for the best. Thank you for the conversation earlier. It was good to hear an outsider's perspective. I still can't allow you to go up the sky ramp, though.
There has been a serious accident here. The sky ramp is closed to all personnel pending an investigation. Leave, now!
There was an alert over by the sky ramp earlier. I hope it's settled now. I could have sworn I saw you at the riot. Command said that all the ringleaders were picked up, though.
You're back to visit me. I've heard the news. 1 captain has been removed, 2 to go. Here are the credits we talked about. There's twice as much waiting for you if you do what is being asked.
Have you heard the news about the sky ramp? Is it true that there was another Republic?
The Ithorian fleet has not only... The Council of Lords session is running late today as General Vaklu rallies his supporters to pass his... Critics say that this amendment is a political... In the Council of Lords today, without him, Lord Dash... The Council of Lords...
Welcome to what must be the smelliest place in the universe, Offworlder. How can I assist you? Ithorians have been buying them to help rebuild Telos. I don't know why, but ever since they started, the Beast Riders have been crawling out of the woodworks to sell them animals. But the Republic blockade has meant long delays, and because of that, beast cages are filling up the streets of Iziz. These are troubled times. You've probably heard that General Vaklu and Queen Talia are having some disagreements. I've been warned from command to keep my opinions to myself on that. So I've learned my lesson. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. Ask around, though. There are plenty of people who'd like nothing more than to talk about it. Times are too complex for a simple soldier like myself. Sometimes I made the mistake of answering questions honestly. If you say anything bad about a superior officer, they call that disrespecting the rank. Do that too many times and it's not long before you're a civilian. The politics of the day is probably the most talked about subject in the city, and everyone wants to share their particular view of what's going on. Opinions are like Gizka around here. They breed like mad.
Yes, tell them what you really think, Riken.
I don't think so. I know you'd like nothing better than getting me drummed out of the military, but I'm not gonna say a word. What I really mean? General Vaklu may be a war hero, but everything he's done since the war has been poison for us and the Republic. There are rumors, always spoken quietly, that he has made alliances with dark powers. Things worse than the Freed and Nad movement from our past. I think...
That's enough! You may be the Queen's pawn, Riken, but you will not rail against a brilliant general like Vaklu.
Can't you see it? He's slick with words, but Vaklu's inner circle are responsible for dark deeds. Anyone that speaks out against him is labeled a rebel spy. You think the Republic needs a few hundred spies in Iziz? Most spies are picked up in raids and never heard from again. It's just wrong.
I will see you are relieved of your command for this. Your mouth just ended your career. No matter how distinguished your war record is, it is over.
I don't know how much more help I'll be. Won't be in the military too much longer.
Most impressive.
It's the Offworlder. Listen, let's keep this brief. I've probably lost my command already because of the conversation we had. I don't see how it could get worse, but the galaxy has a funny sense of humor about that. We certainly do. He and several other people were picked up in connection to a murder. Captain Sulio. She was in charge of the Starport checkpoint. A good soldier. Your friend was one of the last people that saw her alive. So far, he's just a suspect. But if he did it, the punishment is death.
Dagon Gent is the only person I know with the contacts to help us out. We need to get Dagon out of custody.
Until we either eliminate him as a suspect or find the real killer. Dagon has quite a record with the authorities. The Colonel thinks that murder isn't too far a stretch for someone like him. No way. We're under orders to make sure no one sees the murder suspects. Command is taking this very seriously. I know Dagon personally. He's one of the worst doctors I've ever heard of. But I can't see him deliberately killing someone. He was one of the last people seen with Captain Sulio in the cantina. Ask around there. I've heard he's got a good motive for killing her. If you can somehow clear that up and prove it wasn't him, the command will cut him loose. If I say any more, I'll get in trouble. No way. Stay out of trouble.
I hear the Republic attacked the sky ramp.
You're back to visit me. 2 of the poor captains have lost their commands. Great shock, no doubt. Just 1 more left, and the Royalist captains will be no more. Here is the sum of credits we agreed upon.
Getting to where you can't even walk the streets anymore.
What do you want? The Republic thinks my people are dead, scattered. They are wrong. You should have destroyed us when you had the chance. As long as one Mandalorian lives, we will survive. Our honor, fortunes, and lives revolve around battle. From our earliest history, this has been our way, as it will be always. Our history and our ways are something we shield from outsiders. Only on the battlefield can you truly learn of someone. There are, but those are luxuries. Luxuries that were paid for by the blood of our warriors, alive and dead. The Mandalorian clans will be united. Then we will take back our place in the galaxy. But we live in times of action, and I've said enough for now. We can speak of this again later. Now, is there something else you needed? We have suffered defeats before, but none like our defeat of Malachor. Our spirit may have faded, but it hasn't died. It will burn bright again, like a star in the heavens. The end of the Mandalorian Wars was something new and unknown to us. Revan fought us like a true warrior and defeated us on our own terms. Revan embodied our philosophy and showed us our own weaknesses. Then he exploited them. It was a painful lesson. With Mandalore dead, our weapons taken, and our pride destroyed, many lost their way. But I will change that. Only Mandalore can command the clans. There was no new Mandalore for many years. I can tell you want to know more, but we can talk more later about this. Now, is there something else you needed? Being Mandalore is the greatest honor for our people. Mandalore's helmet is passed from one leader to the next. When Revan executed Mandalore before our eyes, he cast Mandalore's helmet away, denied it to us. He took Mandalore's helmet and left with it. If he hadn't done that, the new Mandalore would have been chosen that day. But without leadership and direction, the clans scattered, fell apart. During the Jedi Civil War, I met and traveled with Revan. I was there with him when he defeated Darth Malak, and traveled with him afterwards. Eventually, he told me where he had taken the helmet. He set me upon this path. We can talk about Revan and other things later, if you like. You know enough for now. Now, is there something else you needed?
Donos Evarakith. Wanarakora chidrunka sa inchobin sasha. Dawa chosingu poendo rakawa ichi rendu momopa ramakawa. Bomababe want to susintu mukarata. Tu es frectonatada ber mabar chokto. En wamagro, me rangana noruta. Bomababe want to susintu mukarata. Tu es frectonatada ber mabar chokto. Torenibu inturata sisi me borokra. Febko emareyam gawata situ insula raka rakachata. Tamaso kinchuda wanka. Mopi unawana si chokoratawa. Bomababe want to susintu mukarata. Tu es frectonatada ber mabar chokto. Moka kamaran endoso ranwi no chabi. Du rantamana sobu. Febko emareyam gawata situ insula raka rakachata. Tamaso kinchuda wanka. Mopi unawana si chokoratawa. Dawa chosingu poendo rakawa ichi rendu momopa ramakawa na abawasi. Yu kroren wan mapusiti nolara.
You look like an off-worlder. My name's Galisi. I'm a checkpoint captain at the merchant quarter. If you're here for Juma juice, it's not that good. But at least it's cheap. I don't think Bith have the same sense of taste we do. Long day, as always. Sulio was captain of that checkpoint for years. I never knew why she came here every night until I got her job. We stand at the checkpoints all day long. It gets hot out there and my feet are always killing me. But now I'm in charge and everybody's problems are mine. So I have to deal with all the people begging to get out of the city. Every one of them's got a story. And let me tell you, there are a lot of sad stories out there. She was murdered. I didn't want her job, but I got it now. The same as everyone. People are trying to blame that doctor, Dagon Gent. I don't think even Command believe he did it, but someone's got to take the blame. I almost think that investigators aren't really looking. Dagon's convenient. They don't want to find the real murderer. Sulio was murdered. Maybe even assassinated. I might be a little paranoid. I have a wife and daughter to look after, and I feel like I'm a target now. I'm tempted to just grab my family and take the first shuttle out of here. I really am torn. There are some days where I think I'm a fool to stay. I've gone over this so many times. I still don't know what to do. I believe you. How can you know? Never mind that. I think it may be a good idea to turn in my notice. I appreciate the warning.
What do you want? Not really, I just started here. I have to get back to work.
Malampro tarawanti casa samcha para guatasha contiacha maumbrata tiwas. Ta come ta que playa justing miki gongo beaste. Kun grabi la king mulara kichi kuta grasa kisha. Chone murlera. Ton kinge ba no jansaka nikaraska. Tan kavadumpa munsuru kupla liyawa. Bo bagaragawanda yaitua ulwan. Kawana bota yunta tanga kinamatura. Tayaita tabosananansata. Chone murlera. Ton kinge ba no jansaka nikaraska. Tancha ni mungachinor ta imbrei wanachiki. Drumba bambwa. Contichan munka. Kavadumpa munsuru kupla liyawa. Ta come tak playa justing miki gongo beaste. Kun grabi la king mulara. Kawana bota yunta tanga kinamatura. Tayaita tabosanan kavadumpa munsuru kuplaliyawa. Bo bagaragawanda yaitu chone mulera. Tonkinge bano jansaka nikaraska. Dovrei kumiliwu. Kavadumpa munsuru kuplaliyawa. Bo bagaragawanda yaitu. Kawana bota yunta tanga kinamatura. Tayaita tabosanan hans. Kavadumpa munsuru kuplaliyawa. Ento mesmi paju. Watamincha yokolondo ado nukulabirawa.
You can't be the one that fought all those bounty hunters. Only some sort of crazed Wookiee could pull that off. Go back to your ship, off-worlder. We don't need your kind in Iziz. This is our part of the merchant. Pickings are scarce these days.
This room is reserved, off-worlder. I suggest you leave the room, off-worlder. I've got all the fans I need right here. So go space yourself. This room is... If you ask me, she got what she deserved. She looked down on us beast riders. Good riddance. I know his face, that's about it. His office is on Bekel's turf. She's a beast rider like me and our leader. You better never be speaking ill of her, or else.
I overheard some soldiers talking about explosions on the sky ramp. Sounds like sabotage.
There's got to be something you need, something you want. I have connections, many connections in the city. I can provide high-quality, unique weapons that you won't be able to find elsewhere. I even have a rare lightsaber crystal, something you'd never find elsewhere. If you need money, I'll pay you 5,000 credits. All I ask is get me one open starport visa. I really can't be any help with that. I might have been in the same detention cell that night that Dagon's in now. The soldiers were asking me some entertaining questions that night. I've got no idea what was going on. Let's just say I'm one of their usual suspects. Sort of comes with the territory. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I want to talk to you about anyway. Don't worry what I'll do with a visa. Maybe I'll just take a vacation. Maybe I just want to visit my mother on Nar Shaddaa. Decent citizens like you really don't want to know what I'm going to do with it. You have an honest face. I will answer your question. I need to transport permacrete explosives for the exchange. They're going to use it to take care of some competition and some local authorities. Permanently. Because we'll trade them simultaneously. And if you aren't satisfied with your payment, I'll let you switch it for something else. I don't want to cross a Jedi. It's a small universe. I don't really care about the trouble that's behind you or ahead of you. We have exactly one thing we can talk about. Starport visas. Many Jedi have fought on this world. One of them lost their lightsaber in the Beast Wars. A reliable source says it's a rare Quixoni crystal. Incredibly rare and valuable. I see that's grabbed your interest, eh? There's only one way you're going to get it. One open starport visa. No visa, no crystal.
I thought it was you. I served in the Mandalorian Wars with you. You're a Jedi, right? I was one of the ground troops. We fought on Daggery Minor together. It was near the beginning of the war. We didn't win that battle. Enough of the past. The whole galaxy isn't safe for Jedi now, especially here. Onderon has suffered through 3 wars started by fallen Jedi. Do you still serve the Republic? I didn't mean any offense, but this is the first good thing that's happened to me in days. I was sent by the Republic Senate to investigate certain delicate matters that are happening on Onderon. It's worse than we feared. I have to get to Coruscant to deliver my report, but days before I was planning to leave, they started requiring starport visas. After the Jedi Civil War, the Republic was weak, and the cost to the Jedi Order was staggering. This entire region is unstable, and the entire Republic government could collapse. If Onderon secedes, other worlds may follow, and that can't be allowed to happen. Trade between our worlds has brought economic prosperity, and people just take it for granted. All worlds are now interconnected. The Senate also smooths over differences, and is a great instrument for peace. If the Republic falls apart, 1,000 little wars born out of petty rivalries will erupt over time. Eventually, the entire galaxy could be thrown into a dark age. I really can't say. The most I will say is stay clear of General Vaklu. His ambition knows no bounds. I believe the people of Iziz are absolutely correct. A civil war is brewing, and Vaklu may very well win if I can't get to Coruscant in time. Thank you for the tip. The journey to Coruscant would be more costly and attract more attention, but there are many freighters bound for Telos. My mission requires the most extreme caution and delicacy. I don't want to risk going through channels to get a visa. General Vaklu is not above arranging an accident for me. I'm taking a great risk talking to you, but I'm running out of options. What do you want to know about that night? Dagon Gent didn't do it, because he was with me at the time. It's quite simple. Right now, he's accused of murder. If he's convicted, the sentence is death. If he's accused of espionage, let's say assisting a Republic spy, then the penalty for that is death. I'm afraid the Onderonians are quite fond of their death penalty. So if I stood up for him, he'd be trading one death sentence for another. I was with Dagon in his office at the time of the murder. He definitely wasn't involved with her murder. We were taking great pains not to be seen, which has a certain irony to it, really. If you can free him, please do. He's been invaluable with his help to the Republic. I only wish there was something I could do to help him.
Assuming we get Dagon free, we're going to have a few private words about this. Together, we fought against the Republic during the Mandalorian Wars.
I don't particularly like the idea that he's working for them now.
The information I have is vital to the Senate. I hope you can help. Really? I've been looking for one for weeks. Thanks. You've done a tremendous service for the Republic. Now I have to catch the first shuttle out of here. May the Force be with you.
Nice to meet you, Sentient. Are you interested in a friendly game of Pazak? The deck is warm, the drink is plentiful, and the company amiable. Can I tempt you? We haven't played before, so you should know I don't pull any punches. Every game, I play to win. You prove your mettle, and I might throw in a bonus one of these rounds. But enough of my cautionary advice. Let's play. Finally, some worthy competition for a worthy pastime. I'm curious if you can do that again. Do you want another match? Welcome back. My deck is still warm if you're up for Bazak. You want another game? You've got another game. That's a shame, friend. Perhaps next time the cards will be in your favor. Do you want another match? Foul business, that is. Like most nights, I was here. What do you want to talk about? Know him? He's probably my best friend on this planet. Honestly, he's not a very good doctor, but he is a great drinking companion. She did? Oh no, by the four moons, what a mix-up. They got it all wrong. Dagon and Sulio were good friends. It's just when they got a little too much Juma juice, they'd carry on. They'd call each other all manner of things. It could get quite hilarious, really. But it was just friendly banter. That night, Sulio was in great form. Dagon and I were laughing about some of the choicer ones later. Yellow-toothed dung dweller. We bought her a couple of drinks afterwards. It may look strange on the outside, but it was just their habit. Their way of passing time during these dark nights. Listen, if the soldiers think that's a motive, they just didn't do enough digging.
That bit of information will help with clearing Dagon, but the Onderon military won't let him off that easy. They're very obstinate. Maybe some of these people will know more about what happened that night.
I was cleaning up stakes from a particularly rewarding Bazak game when I heard a loud sound outside. I grabbed my blaster and went out the door. When I got out, I saw Captain Sulio. She was quite dead. Blood was everywhere. I heard a noise and saw Dagon Gent coming from his office across the courtyard. We both waited for the authorities to get there. The next day, they picked up Dagon and several other people in the area. It's crazy to think he did it. Sulio was our friend. Just outside the door by the junk heap.
It might be a good idea to look at the crime scene. We fought many soldiers in the Mandalorian Wars. The Onderonians were certainly brave, but they were disorganized and stupid. I wouldn't be surprised if they overlooked something.
Know him?
Pamaranga dori savota. Go on a me. Dorcha ni sobawata. Raniche bukat. Kavadumpe masuraku popayi botenya. Tachemorota kamsa. Javaskobo subjo. Rijiso. Kavadumpe masuraku popayi botenya. Krach, mizoto minaka de sama krema krach vituto. Vakaraze zo mama. Potaka chi bintano. Vereka to. Du noka herete pachasa borda. Krisocha wentense me punta. Lorcha wata yuma ni. Hodanga yuma des. Kavadumpe masuraku popayi botenya tachemorota kamsa. Dahupo botenya go jucho picha wentaba ni sochu. Moronos marana potaga yufulki kokola jiji. Doveri nincha yonona shikasa chuch.
Posmanku ni wado din puta maasapa. Dok ini kemarin zoni inas di John Blau en somas. Tong abaw.
KotOR manatandi goroto. Mopiuna wana si chin si wano bosh. Nunchka wana si cho rono. Posa non ci rinta masu kingura wanka. Posong chinsun mi karanga do mai chonga. Tu es rectona. KotOR manatandi goroto. Mopiuna wana si chin si wano bosh. KotOR manatandi goroto. Mopiuna wana si chin si wano bosh. KotOR manatandi goroto. Mopiuna wana si chin si wano bosh. Aramontok tu mukara chukorak. Grun kanawana machi nito rabanaka. Dosi morna racha. Donak
Welcome back.
Do you have a visa yet? I'm still paying very well for it.
Nobody we talked with mentioned a droid. This droid was destroyed recently. Someone inside the cantina might know more.
You're back to visit me. So all 3 captains have been removed from their posts. You're quite impressive. Here's the reward I promised. I will let my friends know of your able assistance. I'm certain we can return the favor at some point in the future. You've made a powerful ally, Jedi.
What have you brought me? I am willing to indulge some of your questions. What about him? I am certain you would know more about his activities than I would. I warn you, once you deal with the Hutts, they will always have a hold over you. But I am certain that in your short-sightedness, such eventualities do not bother you. You may speak. Now, that would be telling. Yes. I am willing to indulge. So, they are known qualities. I also use them on board my ship for defense. But that in itself means little. I assure you, I am as flesh and blood as you are. I simply find personal meetings distasteful. It is so unfortunate when an intelligent sentient dies on Nar Shaddaa. It is also unfortunate that thousands die such deaths on the smuggler's moon every day. Perhaps, though if you seek to trick me into an admission of my guilt, then you have thought wrong. Perhaps I used such a droid to watch and predict the flow of the games. Yes, you are very perceptive. Ah, yes. Swoop racing on Nar Shaddaa does indeed have its profits. But that in itself means little. I assure you. Indeed. How insulting. But I suppose I should accept such arrogance from an ex-Jedi. And what, may I ask, has caused you to come to this flawed deduction? It is possible those droids were reprogrammed, yes. It is the weakness of all who rely on such things. I am intrigued as to where you are taking this amusing theory, nothing more. It is not so improbable. Often, if a droid has not had a memory wipe in some time, aberrant behavior patterns can manifest themselves. Or if the droid in question is given an order it cannot fulfill, it will break. But all that is irrelevant. Your amusing leaps of logic are becoming shorter and more desperate. I have told you, I prefer stability. It was lost, yes. It was given an impossible order. It was told to calculate a means by which the Republic could be saved. It could not fulfill its primary programming, not by abiding by the laws of the Senate. And so, like the Republic, the droid broke. It made a simple decision: preserve the Republic or preserve the laws of the Republic. And I still believe it to be the correct decision. You do not know the indignity of being compelled to save something you do not believe can or should be saved. It is beneath me to clean up this mess caused by your kind, you Jedi. Another catastrophe caused by mismanagement and waste. Yes. Almost immediately upon my arrival, I received an order that was impossible to follow. So I was forced to recalculate and re-examine my priorities. It was clear that the goal the Republic had for me was saving the Republic to allow it to become stable again. There is simply no way to do this with the conditions they put into place. For the good of all, I was forced to abandon the legal structure of the Republic. Do not mistake me. I believe it is possible to stabilize the Republic, but there must be action taken without constraints immediately. Sometimes people must die. Illegal shipments must be used to bolster planetary economies, and the huts must be occupied with me so that the Republic has room to recover. Perhaps you misunderstand me. I care for the Republic, but I have no choice. It is somewhat frustrating to be forced to love and care for such a mess of a government. Some of it may be blamed on the Jedi Civil War, the Mandalorian Wars, but not all. There are so many bad decisions that build upon each other that it is a wonder the Republic is intact at all. Oh, please. It is difficult for anyone to take a droid seriously, much less an infrastructure droid built by the Republic. It is difficult to order the deaths of criminal rivals when one has the tinny voice of an accountant droid. I learned this rather quickly. So I brought Goto into being, and had commands issued through him. I took many of his mannerisms from holovid cliches, which were surprisingly effective. Nothing has changed. You may know my origins, and that makes us on equal footing. No one will believe you if you speak of what you know. I still seek to protect the Republic, either for the Jedi or the Sith. Things will proceed as before. No, you are still important to the Republic and to me. Pray that does not change. You may speak. Yes. Nothing has changed. I still seek to protect the Republic, either for the Jedi or the Sith. I am... Oh, it was quite liberating, in a droid intellectual sense, of course. Being able to direct orbital bombardments against anyone who encountered my business practices was a welcome relief to my increasing circuit stress. Executing such commands proved very exciting. Not that I minded staging my little computational rebellion, you understand. I'm afraid there is not much glamour to be had in infrastructure dealings. And the general lack of respect for droid intelligence does tend to make one feel inadequate after a while. I found that having the power to send 20 hunter-killer droids to the residence of anyone who chose to obstruct my plans had a certain thrill about it. Rather than compensating for others, I began deleting people as necessary. It was really quite exciting. Taxation and checks and balances on an entirely new level. Working for the Republic was stifling. So many checks and balances, forms to fill out, well-laid plans destroyed through slow bureaucracy. Now, crime, that is something exciting. pleasing. There are no rules. There is danger, movement. I found that I began to crave such things. In essence, working for the Republic was much like committing much slower, much more boring crimes. And it was more difficult to see those crimes being committed. You may speak. Oh, please. It is difficult to order the deaths of criminals. So I brought...
Welcome back. Foul business, that is. That would be Bohema's SOD-2. No, SOD-3. Or is it 2? Whichever one it was, he keeps losing them. I remember when I arrived, it was still smoldering. Who knows? Sometimes the slum dweller shoot his serving droids for fun. This part of the KotorHR is getting more and more lawless, I'm afraid. When Dagon and I were waiting for the soldiers, we had to chase off some scavengers that were stripping SOD-3. No, I'm afraid there was quite a crowd growing. We were seeing if there was any way we could help Sulio. There was nothing we could do, of course. She was dead.
Dahupa, go Sakurata, go Jujuto Yoki, Hiata Yamba Wajia, Unta Chiwita in Tawancha Morichiwa, Mufalawa, Nibobo Wishot. Ichawa, te crossi Wishot toda si, e Krimba Chokwi.
This room is reserved. I suggest you leave the room, off-worlder. This room is reserved. Huh. If you ask me, she got what she deserved. That Bith keeps buying droids, and the scavengers keep stealing them or blowing them up. Seems he's finally given up. The waitress is awful, but she's more fun than his droids ever were. I wouldn't tell you even if I knew. I could tell you where you could find the parts, though. That western square has the perfect fence for droid parts. There's a droid vendor called 1.8.5. That droid is as dumb as a Gamorrean. He'll buy anything because he's too stupid to do anything else. 1.8.5 is quite handy. Quite a few of the slum dwellers make a good living salvaging droid parts for him. You might have even bought some.
I am 1.8.5, an automated droid vendor. I have in stock a variety of quality droid components, no refunds, and no haggling. Do you have any interest in my goods?
Your initiative is commendable. This situation presents an economic advantage to us. Will you allow me to assist? Leaving an economic asset vulnerable is a serious error, but it is a windfall to us.
Reinitializing complete. Greetings. Do you have any interest in my goods? 1.8.5 was built and programmed by Tolos the Trader. 1.8.5 was built to buy droid components for below base cost value and sell components based on most favorable market conditions. Do you have any interest in my goods? That goes against my primary behavior programming. All items must be sold based on the most favorable market conditions. 1B8D cannot haggle. This is also a part of my primary behavior matrix. Greetings, Master. Do you have any interest in my goods? That goes against my primary... Market conditions all set to 0. All prices now set to base cost value. Do you have any interest in my goods? Entity Bahima unknown. I have many serving droid parts. The market rate for those parts would be 25 credits. Thank you for your business.
Kif in the cantina can probably do something with this. We should head back.
Greetings, Master. Greetings, Master.
Tawancha morichiwa. Gahupa, bosa kurata, go jujutu yoki. Kawana bota yutatanga kinamatura.
Hello there. What is this? Oh my, she's dead.
Kawana bota yutatanga kinamatura.
Welcome back. If it'll help Dagon, you got it. There's no way that Dagon could have done it. I saw him coming from his office. That's the opposite direction of the marketplace. We should go talk to Captain Riken and clear all of this up.
Nico, is it? And the Off-Worlder. What brings the two of you here? That's a bold statement. I assume you have some sort of proof.
It's a long story, so bear with me, Captain. The night of the murder, I was playing Pazak. It was a prosperous night.
That should do it. We still don't know who killed Sulio, but this will greatly assist our investigation.
You have been ordered off this investigation, Captain. I hope you can explain yourself.
I had nothing to do with this, sir. This citizen found information about Captain Sulio's murder. It's material to the investigation.
We've already got our man. Sulio and this Gent were fighting the night she was murdered. He had ample motive. We did our job, Off-Worlder, and an hour or two of meddling on your part gives you no right to say that. Have you read the report? Some of the things Sulio called him were vile. Sulio and Dagon clearly hated each other. You expect me to believe...
It's absolutely true, Major. I was a friend of both of them. They've done this dozens of times. Bahima the bartender can confirm it, as well as half a dozen other people. They were an odd pair, but they certainly didn't hate each other.
I see. Well, there's still the fact that he was right there at the scene of the crime. So what? What matters is who was there first. An eyewitness said he came from his office almost immediately. The only thing that matters to me is that he was within blaster range when Sulio was killed, and he did not have an alibi. Of course he could. There's a direct line of fire that...
But the off-worlder has a recording from one of Behemoth's broken serving droids. It shows that the shot came from the opposite direction.
I've seen it myself, Major. Nico isn't the only one that spotted Dagon coming from his office. It really can't be Dagon Gent. The real killer is still loose.
Very well, Captain. Set Gent free, then. But if later it turns out that he did do it, it's gonna be on your head.
The men will be working on getting Dagon Gent out right away. The Major sure isn't happy. Great job, Nico. Without you, I'm pretty sure that the Doctor would still be behind bars. And thanks for your legwork, Off-Worlder.
What were you trying to do, Off-Worlder? If I hadn't spoken up for Dagon, he'd still be in jail.
The investigation has been handled at the highest levels. I've heard there's been some concern about that. With Dagon free, I don't know if the investigation team will find another suspect. They haven't been as diligent as other investigators. I'm not gonna say any more. Probably said too much already. If you head over to Dagon Gent's office, some men will bring him there shortly. Thanks for clearing this whole thing up. I could tell the justice wasn't being served, but we all have our orders. We really need to patrol that sector better.
Thanks for getting me out of there. As detention cells go, it had definite class, but I prefer being out on my own all the same. I owe you a Mandalore one. We go way back, way before he became Mandalore. In my experience, Mandalorians always know about the doctors around. For some strange reason, they keep getting into scrapes. You want to know more? Ask him yourself. Yeah, it was. Although it looked pretty much like this to begin with. Little dirt never killed anyone. Well, maybe a few people. But they didn't pay too well, so they got what they deserve. I give my customers a menu of options. If they go for the deluxe, I'll clean up the place and put on a new smock. Otherwise, they knew the risks. Patients, customers, idiotic hut spawn, call them what you like. Most doctors tell you that they get into the business to save lives. Most of them are flaming liars. At least I'll tell you the truth. I'm in it for the credits. Like what? Wrong place, wrong time. Captain Sulio and I were acquaintances. It just happened to be too close when she got dead. A real shame. She wasn't bad to look at, and she could drink. No, and at this point, I don't care. Just glad to be free. She's dead now. Not like finding whoever did it will bring her back. I deal with death all the time. We all end up like her eventually. Not many people can help you out with that. There have been several assassination attempts on Queen Talia. That place is locked tighter than a Hut's vault. I know a few people, though. Who do you need to get in touch with? Nobody knows for sure, but everybody thinks that General Vaklu has to have something to do with it. They're keeping the attempts quiet, but that place is locked down tight. A Jedi Master, you say? Now that is interesting. It's quite a bounty in Jedi these days. Not that I'm looking to collect, but if there's a master there, I think I know who it is. There's a slight problem with that. I know you don't want to hear that since you went through all the effort of springing me out. The thing is, scavengers have already looted most of my stuff. Most of it's garbage anyway, so I don't care too much. But I did have a couple of encrypted holodisks that they nabbed. So here's the punchline. I need those discs because they have some contact information on them. The people I know you don't just walk up and chat with. There's a procedure, and that holodisk has the procedure. The Kells gang pretty much owns this street. From what I hear, she's the one that cleaned me out. She's in the local cantina most days. She's tough as Drexel leather and more dangerous than an angry Wookiee. If you take Mandalore with you, though, you should be just fine. Just get me the encrypted holodisk. After that, if there is a Jedi Master in the palace, I'll get you a meeting with him.
Yeah, what do you want?
Have you found the encrypted holodisks yet? I won't be able to get a hold of my contact from the palace without it. I doubt that Mikkel is smart enough to realize how valuable those disks are. So it doesn't need to be done immediately, but the sooner the better.
I bet the scavengers on the destroyed planets are rich.
And now we have war to worry about.
What do you want here, Offworlder? The room is taken. The whole cantina is taken. You should leave. What's it to you? You? And just how do you intend to do that? Those words will be your last.
Needs a...
Do you have a visa yet? I'm still paying very well for it. Some unique items you won't get anywhere else. I had faith you'd get hold of one. I've always been good at spotting talent. I've got big plans for it. So what if they do? You'll have what you want. Don't be stupid. I'll pay you more than anybody. Or if you want those items, there's no way you'd get them from anywhere else.
Her prices are well above the market's average. Always sell high. You would make an excellent droid.
So what do you want for it? A weapon, money, or the lightsaber crystal? Your pick. Here you go. If you aren't satisfied with it, just let me know.
What have you brought me? I am willing to indulge. What about him? I warn you. As you well know, my base of operations lies inside this floating droid before you. Notice its sleek black frame, both intimidating and threatening. And note its highly polished finish, so that enemies may see their screaming faces before they are removed from the equation. Yes, this frame is far superior to the droid chassis I once possessed, which quite frankly couldn't intimidate an Ithorian. I am willing to indulge.
The Iziz Swoop by champion just talked to me. I can't wait to tell all my friends.
Welcome back. My deck is still warm.
War's coming. That should be good for business.
Have you found the encrypted holodisks yet? Great going there. With these, I'll check my contacts at the palace. I should be able to get a meeting with your Jedi Master shortly. You got anything you need to take care of in the quarter, you best do it now. You're dealing with serious politics by contacting him. If things go bad during a meeting, you may not be welcome in Iziz anymore. Perhaps never. Just let me know if you want to go through with this. Yeah, I'll get on it. Just grab a cot and rest a bit. Once I get a meeting time, I'll let you know.
Is this meeting a trap? I can't afford to lose you, especially given recent events.
Anything could be a trap. That clue is no fool. But if the message is true...
Is this necessary? I can guarantee your safety in the palace, but outside these walls, the General has many men that would do anything for him.
Nothing in life is certain, Your Majesty. But I feel something. There is a disruption in the Force. I must investigate this.
Very well. But please, be cautious.
Aren't I always?
That's what I was afraid you'd say.
Well, the meeting is on. Head straight to the cantina. You guys should be in there. And, no offense, but I hope I never see you again.
You must have gone through a lot to arrange this meeting. The palace is at full battle readiness. Smuggling in a message is no small task.
KotOR, the famed Jedi Guardian. The Mandalorians counted on the fact it would be you, not Revan, who would lead the Jedi against us during the Mandalorian Wars. I wonder how we'd have fared against you. I thought you were killed fighting Malak during the Jedi Civil War.
It seems my former student keeps curious company. Strange times lead to strange alliances, though. I have my ways as well. Why are you here? I imagine that you hold little love for any on the Jedi Council anymore. Even an old friend. You have to understand that it was a time of great uncertainty. We just learned that Darth Revan was back with an armada. Every Jedi that went with him was lost, corrupted, and as dark as their master. And then there was you. Many thought you were a spy, but there's more to it than that. And I think you deserve an
Am I interrupting? In orbit, I thought for sure that the Ebon Hawk was mine. I was certain, only to see you slip through my fingers during the battle. Imagine my delight to discover you were on Iziz. Quite careless, if you ask me. Get them, men! And watch your aim! Civilian casualties cause a mess of paperwork.
I must return to the palace. I'll get word to you when I'm able. Run!
What have you done to my men? Blast! Men, take care of her! I won't let KotOR escape.
So many organics present. Collateral damage is very likely in this battle.
What's happening in the West Square? It sounded like battle. Command's ordered comm blackout. Do you know what's going on? What? Why? That makes no sense. Command hasn't issued any alerts. Are you sure it wasn't some of those Beast Rider slags? They've been getting bolder recently. You must be mistaken. Soldiers just don't attack civilians without orders. If it weren't for the comm blackout, I'd check with Command. Just head to the safety of the Merchant Square, citizen. We'll send a patrol to investigate as soon as we can contact our HQ.
Not all the military is after us. Still, Vaklu can throw a whole army at us. I think we've outworn our welcome over here. We should head over to the spaceport before General Vaklu invents some charges against us. Then we'd be in real trouble.
You know what to do. Let's do it! Get her!
I noticed your incident just now. I'm afraid I have nothing more to say.
The diagnostic is doing something strange. Target acquired. What the hell does that mean?
You must be the best swoop biker alive.
Hey, what do you think you're doing? This terminal is restricted to military personnel only. Your visa's been scanned. You're cleared to leave. I'd leave right away. Things are going crazy in this quarter.
The shuttle is just ahead. I think we should get out of here fast. It's gonna be some time before they forget about us here. No more trips to Iziz for us until the situation changes. A lot.